Alrighty, what is going on, people? This is Anonymous Trader here, coming with my first video to YouTube. This video is going to be on the horizontals, one of my technical analysis tools. If you do hear some background noise, it's because I am at the park right now, using my time to my advantage, just enjoying a little bit of life. But, getting into this video, you're going to want to have your computer up. With TradingView, you're going to want to be following along with me as I'm going. If you're not, you're really just going to be lacking this portion of the what's to come. And this really is, I'd like to say, the most important step to learning how I trade. And no, this is not smart money concept. I'm just going to point that out right now. This is a personal trading strategy that I've acquired from another group, Chart Champions. You can definitely check them out if you want to. Great group of people. Besides the fact of that, if you want to join my free server, just engage with my content, or there's some private invite links just scattered throughout my Instagram page. So go check that out. But yeah, let's get into the horizontals here. I'm gonna put a little pop-up right here on what you should be taking away from this video and learning. Just maybe pause the screen for a sec or something. Yeah, let's get into these levels. You're going to need the horizontal array, which is found right here. And there's three timelines that we'll be using for these trades. Or not trades, sorry, for these levels will be the monthly, the weekly, and the daily. Each level will be marked as a monthly, a weekly, and the daily. And so if I'm finding the level on the monthly time frame, I'm labeling it monthly, vice versa for weekly and daily. But let's get into it. The big main part about what these levels are able and provide us to do are they provide us not only for levels within the current range that we're trading, but it provides us for higher and lower. So regardless of the fact of what the market is doing, we are prepared for both high and low. We have no bias that it's just going to pump, it's going to dump. We're prepared for everything, and that's what I love about trading, because you can make money when it goes down and make money when it goes up. But alright, getting into the video here, what we're looking for to mark for these levels are double tops and double bottoms, I will say. So a double top would be looking like this, a double bottom would look like this, but essentially all we're looking for are the untapped levels. So as you can see, that this level has closed and there has not been no prior candle that has actually hit that. So that would be an untapped level. So those are the levels we're looking for. This right here would be a tapped level, as we've already used it, as you can see right there. But okay, getting into that, let's clear this up. Gonna take it to the so now we're gonna start marking the monthlies here. Come here, mark this level. For me, I already have it saved, so I can just do that quickly. But if you need to mark yours, click settings, go into here, change the color, change the text, and save as template. We're going to organize this into a group here. We're going to label this daily, weekly, monthly levels. Don't worry about all the other levels. Those are my previous markups and my markups right now, but we're just going to stick with showing you this for now. So we got our object tree, and what we're doing this for is just to stay organized, so we're able to just clear the levels off the chart if need be. That's organization is key in trading. Then we're going to come here, clone that, another monthly level, work our way down, and always work your way from the high to low and the higher time frames to the lower time frames, such as the monthly to the daily, because the higher time frames are stronger confluence than the lower. This monthly here, if you're wondering why I'm not marking it right now, it's because it's not actually closed. So this candle closes in 9 days, and within 9 days we could still pump back up and turn this candle from a down candle to an up candle. So that is actually not a level right now. So we're going to go down here and make a level there, continue on down. And what this is essentially doing is giving us, I've already mentioned, giving us levels for higher, lower, and within the range to be trading. And what I'd like you to do is, after the video here, and you put the levels on your Bitcoin chart, I'll just show you. I trade gold, SPX, a little bit of Forex, so it does work multiversal across all the pairs. But to really understand and grasp the levels, you need to go right after this. You need to take what I've just taught you and go start incorporating it to your other pairs. Maybe just putting the levels down, waiting a couple days, seeing what how the market reacts to those levels and what trades you could have taken. And if you already have a trading strategy, maybe try to entail these levels with your strategy could give you a extreme benefit. But so now we got the monthlies. We're gonna go do the weeklies. Start up at the top again. We got a weekly level there. I've already got mine labeled. Once again, if you need to go into settings, change the color. For me, I have them all, the daily, the weekly, and the monthlies, different colors, just so I'm not getting confused. Continue on. We got another weekly here. Continue on down. As you can see that this week there is a weekly, but that's already been tapped, so that's no longer a valid weekly. That one there has already been used. Great short given from that one. Coming up here, we got a weekly here. We got a weekly here. We got a weekly here. And once you actually finish the levels and break it down to a lower time frame, which I'll have videos coming when I've shown you more confluence, so we're taking trades with higher levels of confluence. For now, I'm just going to show you how to break down the levels. But essentially, these levels are very, very respected. So now we have weekly there. As you can see, there's a weekly there as well, but with the monthly being so close, the monthly is stronger than the weekly, so we're just going to keep the monthly. Working our way down. We got a weekly right in here, do we? No. There's a weekly right there. Mark you. And then we got one at the bottom. Obviously, we're not down near 6,000, so these levels aren't too important right now. But switch it to daily. Moving on, we'll go to back to the top. As you can see, that daily's already been hit, not a daily. When we get to the daily here, there's gonna be a bit more confluence levels to mark, so you gotta be a bit more vigilant. As you can see here, there's a daily. Oh, they got a power washer going in the back now. I hope this doesn't fuck with my audio, but I guess I'm not gonna come to the park and record a video from now on. But whatever, let's keep her going. No dailies, all been used. Daily been hits. Daily been hits. Breaking it down, that daily's been hits. Right there's a daily we can mark. Continuing on down. Another daily. Now we're coming down into more recent levels here. I think that's actually it right there. Now we're coming. No daily. That one's not a daily. Okay, so now we're actually coming into recent price here. As you can see, the weekly lines up with the daily as well there. We don't need to mark that daily as the weekly is stronger in confluence. Got a daily right here we can mark. Bringing it on down. Bringing it on down. Another daily right there. I think that's it for here. Yeah. Now we're gonna break it down some more. Another daily right there. And this is gonna it might look a little bit cluttered on the higher time frame. Now, honestly, it doesn't even look that cluttered. It looks very, very well respected. It's just giving you trading ranges to trade within and levels to be. And I'm going to show you some examples here, but just hold up. Let's finish the levels. We'll do a daily there. And I do want to make sure you're following along. And if you do have questions or if I missed something here that doesn't make sense, make sure you come join the Discord, ask questions, maybe shoot me a message on Insta. I'll probably end up sending you an invite to the Discord. But just don't be afraid to ask. Well, I am doing this for free for now. So, I mean, take advantage while you can. This is very, what I would like to say, like some of the best sauce you're going to be finding on the internet about trading. But that's for you to decide. We'll mark a daily there. And honestly, just because these are low levels, we're going to just stick with this for now, as we have some nice confluence down there. So now, the final outlook on the chart, after we have marked the 3 levels, should look like this. We should have the object tree right here that we were able to move and remove the levels. Let me put those back on. Yeah, so now let's talk about when a level would be invalidated. Was briefly interrupted there by a power washer in the park. Guess that's what I get for being out here. But let's getting back into why or how to identify an invalid level and a level that is no longer valid to keep. So as you can see, a valid level here would be something that has not been tapped, or there's no prior candle that has actually already been used as a backtest. And by backtest I mean like on the more local time frames, you'd be looking to short as a level is coming into a level as resistance, and you'd be looking to long a level as it's coming into the support. But in general, this is how a level would be invalid. So let's pretend that this is all gone. We don't have this. When this daily was put in, we've identified this low here, we've identified this level, we've marked it as a daily. Now essentially what we're waiting for this level is obviously we're going to have some more confluence up here as well. I'm just trying to show you how the levels work. So if this gets confusing, honestly, you're going to really need to just take the time, put these levels in your charts, understand, and just wait and watch how the reactions are playing to really get how these levels work. But so essentially after this first low was put in, we've marked the daily, we've got the back test, we could have taken longs off that back test, stop loss, obviously we could go below this low, and you can see that it did wick a little bit lower. So for me, within the markets, I always do tend to do a little bit lower, just because I am aware of it like taking lows and pumping, and that's something you have to be aware of as a trader. But so essentially we would have had this long, and what would have made the level invalid now is this: we had the first pump off, so we got the back test, which the level is still valid on this back test because it could still come down and lose this level, and we could short this to go down. But what happened here is we held up, this level closed above. Now with this new candle close right here heading up, this would have invalidated this level now, so that level would now be gone. We'll get rid of that. And then essentially on that pump, we could have taken profits, secured some profits at the top of the range here. And then essentially what we would have had is the day after, on 8 o'clock, because that's what times the candles open and close for crypto, this daily right here would now be put in. And you can see once more, we got that back test, headed up. Obviously use this old support or old support to head up for higher. But that's essentially how a level would be playing out. So you can see, like, for a short scenario here, like we got a level here, literally within the day. If we're looking on the daily, pretend that all this is gone. Okay, so now we just have identified that high. Boom, a new candle is open for the day. Now what we're looking for is essentially a back test on that daily, which was given very perfect from the high. Going back up here to these highs. I'm going to get rid of the old levels because I'm showing you an old example. So this is the daily, and as you can see from this high, this daily acted very well as resistance. It gave us, I think, about three decent short opportunities from this level, failing to see that acceptance above. And by acceptance above, I mean would be claiming up here, and for this it would be continuing on to take these highs. But then again, if it continued on to take those highs and failed to break, like, I would realistically be looking for that dump to come down as well. So that was a very pretty hand and eye short. I don't know if anyone, and from a trader's perspective, you don't long highs like that. You short those highs, and that's how you're going to get paid. As you can see, that's what paid. But yeah, that's the invalidation of the level. And yeah, that should be pretty much it for the horizontals. Obviously, there's a lot more than just these levels. These levels are the stepping stone and the basis to literally understanding how we're trading here. And if you can understand these, you can kind of grasp the bigger picture of things. But you still really need to understand general price action, general market structure, which I'm going to have videos coming out. I do have a Candle Bible book within the Discord if you want to come check that out. That is a very, very important read, and it actually extremely helped me with taking entries and how I'm looking to take entries off Wix. But I will have videos like that coming. Before I end the video, I just want to top off. I will have an actual video on this, on taking trades and trading the levels, but I want to have a little bit more videos come out, like market structure, a little bit more confluence, like Fibonacci's and stuff. But just to give you a general understanding on how we're looking to trade with, if you were just looking at the levels, obviously you're going to need more confluence than just the levels, but it is possible to just trade from these. Looking at the chart right now, so what I would personally be looking at, and this is Bitcoin, obviously I don't know if anyone's trading Bitcoin here. This is one of my main traders. What we would be looking at here is there is a couple scenarios here that we have for trades. And for me, I know I haven't showed you what this Fibonacci is, but I'm sure people know that this is the golden pocket, the golden fib, whatever you want to call it. For me, I call it the Champions Channel. As you can see here, until 24,100, realistically, buys are still valid. Like, there is no reason to completely say, all right, market's going down to 6,000. Like, you can't really think that way as a trader, and if you start thinking that way as a trader, your P&L is going to be very, very bad. So let's just actually keep this up. Okay, well, apparently that's gone. Let me pull that fib once more. What I want to just go over here is just briefly the price action here and what I would be looking to trade and how I'd be looking to trade this. So looking at this, the only short, as you can see, oh, sorry, I say short because it's kind of what we're looking at here. Yes, the market is created a high, put in a high. We've now created a lower low, put in a lower high, lower low. So realistically, the market is bearish, or not bearish, but like locally bearish. So what we could be, and you got to be mindful of this, and you don't want to be long or shorting these lows. Like if you're coming in here shorting a low like this, you're just like a new low put on the chart, a new low in the range. Like you're just not very smart, and from a trader's perspective, you're gonna lose fucking 90% of the time. To take trades here, and the only trades that are gonna be given are, if you want to short this and do believe that the market is going to head down here towards 24,000, that is our next zone of confluence here, you would be looking to short from the high of the range. So that would mean these two dailies. Anything else, if you're trying to short the lows here, if you're trying to short this, you're going to get stopped, you're going to lose money, and it's just not a good trade. Essentially, for what I would look for is what I'm showing you here. So if we do come up, we do see a fail to break this, and we do get some nice confluence coming in, putting a high back in below these dailies, I will look to short. But at the way this chart looks, this is a low, so I would have more of a probability waiting for local market structure to change. And this is, I'm going to go over this in a video, I'm just trying to give you guys examples here. Local market structure to change would be locally claiming these highs. So if we were to see a pump up, taking these highs, making a new high, and boom, then we would get that back test of this daily, and then we could look to buy up towards here to then sell, to then look towards down here, which for me, as a from a P&L perspective and like a profit and loss, like that's the same thing. Just from a risk to reward standpoint, this is a lot more of a better setup to look for, as we're at a low here. Obviously this would be longing the range high, but locally we're at a low, so like long would be your bigger bet. Not to say that we're not prepared for the short from here, which we are, but that's just something I am not too entitled and too enticed on trading right now, as I love to, and not love to, but for risk to reward standpoint, I short highs and I long lows. So I'm already short from this high up here at 29,000. So for me to be shorting into this high just right now, it's just not too much confluence. I don't really have too much, and there's not too much telling me to short this, as we're kind of putting in this local triangle, and this tends to break one way. I'm not going to guess which way, but I am prepared for both ways. So for me, I'm already short. So if this does dump and I don't catch the short, I'm already in it. But I know where my invalidation would be for that short, which would be right here. For me to invalidate myself on this short and take profits, local market structure would then change, boom, we'd get that back test, and if that back test is secured, or not secured, but it's looking pretty good, I would then close this out in profits, and then look to take a buy back up towards where I just sold my last sell from, to then look to trade the range back down. You don't want to trade the range down from the low, but that's essentially what I just wanted to go over here. And then coming into that low, if we wanted to come into that low for a buying perspective, this is not a low to be sold. For me, coming into 24,300, 24,000 area, I'm looking to buy that, as that will be it's a solid level of support. And I will go over more confluence as there's more confluence there with the Fibonacci and the level in a different vid, but I just wanted to break down how I'm kind of trading these levels, and I hope that kind of gives you some insight on the levels here. But yeah, if you got any other questions, join the Discord, engage with my content on my Instagram, my YouTube for an invite, probably my Instagram more often, because I don't know how I'm going to DM you on YouTube. But yeah, there's going to be more coming. Stay, set your alerts, and yeah, have yourself a wonderful day, people.